Welcome to Tim's Tips number 7, March 27th, 2018. We found a beautiful park called Canyon de Chelly, and we are doing hikes. We did a Jeep tour into the canyon yesterday. Very memorable. We actually got a Navajo guide. He's 78 years old and taught us. This is where he grew up, in the canyon, and he has a cabin there that he built. This has hundreds of thousands of visitors every year, so it's a beautiful park, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.
We stayed at Cottonwood Campground for $14 a night here near the visitor center at the base of the canyon, and that's where you pick up the Jeep tours. You can see all kinds of exhibits here indicating the Navajo culture and things to do in the area. We are in Chinle, Arizona, which is partially owned by the federal government as a national park, as well as the Navajo Nation, who runs some of the concessions. We went for a Jeep tour in the canyon, and at relatively reasonable prices for three of us for half a day, and saw got a new perspective on the area and a respect for the culture.
Ahead of us. Our name wasn't Navajos. Our name was No, and then so they just call us Chinle, D-I-N-E, Chinle. Way back in the Box Canyon out that way, they put that's where they make a movie.
Is
way
it
back in there.
A Hollywood movie?
Yeah. It's called The Lone Ranger.
Oh,
the new one.
The new Lone Ranger.
Yeah, way back in there.
Only the Navajo may give Jeep tours or horse tours or walking tours in the canyon, and there's a reason for it. There's no way we could have gotten through all this mud and all the trails. There's hundreds of trails through the canyon. There were no less than 3 cultures making pictographs on the canyon walls, as well as living there and using the land for farming. For example, right now our guide does some farming in the canyon, and here he is with us at our RV, and it's awesome at this canyon because these people are actually living here, still living here to this day. One of the activities you can do is take a walk into the canyon, which is less than a 2-hour deal, and it's only a few miles, maybe 3 miles round trip. You can go into the canyon and see everything. It's unlike the Grand Canyon, where it takes a day or days to go down. Here it's only a 900-foot drop, and so you can easily access all the beautiful rock formations just with a short hike. In this canyon you can see a lot of structures the ancients made when they came here and tried to live. Now this canyon floods, and also it needed to be defended. So some of these were for defense, some were to protect them from flooding, but all very beautiful, and some of them are preserved very well. Others are dilapidated, but all in all, a great walk. You can also take a drive around the north and south rim. I enjoyed the south rim better because you get more up close and personal with some of the more beautiful formations coming up, which I will describe to you. But it's just one place after another is just undescribable beauty and more up close and personal because the canyon walls are closer to you than they are at the Grand Canyon. This is called Spider Rock, and there's various legends about it, but I think one of the most beautiful places in the park. So I highly recommend driving the south rim if you don't have time. If you do have time, take the north rim as well. We also also went to a restaurant here called The Junction and got some relatively authentic native food, and had some Indian tacos and sandwiches and various meats that you wouldn't normally get at a normal restaurant. So in conclusion, I say bid you well. I highly recommend Canyon de Chelly, which is run by the tribal authority as well as the federal government. So it's the best of both worlds.